In this video I'm going to show you how to use the cosine rule to find an angle, how to use the cosine rule to find the length of the side, and I'm going to suggest when you shouldn't use the cosine rule but should use the sine rule twice instead. In this example we're finding the angle at M. So because we're finding an angle, we're going to write down the angle form of the cosine rule formula. Now the formula is made up with A, B and C, where capitals represent angles and lowercase letters represent lengths. And the lowercase letter goes with the opposite angle. Now our triangle here is made up with L, M and N. So what I suggest you do first of all is just relabel the triangle with A, B and C the way you want to. And I'm going to put C where M is because that's the angle that I'm interested in. So now that I've relabeled it, I'm going to fill out my equation. Remember that side C is 6.19 because it's opposite angle C. So I'm going to fill out my equation and I get it like this. Now I can just type the right hand side into a calculator, so I get cos C equals 0.558, and then all I've got to do is the inverse cosine of both sides and I get C equals 56.1 degrees. In this example, we're finding the length of a side. So the first thing we need to do is write down the correct form of the cosine formula for finding a side. Now we've got to relabel our diagram so that the angle that we've got is angle C, and it doesn't matter that they had N, M and L, we're doing it for what suits us. Now remember, the opposite side goes with the letter, so the side that goes with angle C is X. So we've got x squared equals all the things that are there on the right. We can calculate that on our calculator, so we get x squared equals 31.4, and then we square root both sides and we get x equals 5.6. We're now going to look at an example that you could solve using the cosine rule. In fact, if we fill the equation out, we end up with this, which simplifies down to this, which hopefully you can see can be turned into a classic form of a quadratic equation. And we could solve it to find out the value of x. However, the sine rule is easy to use and less prone to mistakes. So we could find angle B by using the three values that we've got already. And then you could find angle A because there are 180 degrees in a triangle. And then you could use the sine rule again to find x. Now although both methods work, the second one does seem to cause less mistakes from students. In the description below you can find a link to a worksheet that has questions that you can try on your own. I hope you found this video helpful. Stay in field with Winfield.